What's up, guys? This is your boy Never Noob here, and it's story time with Noob. Now, I haven't done one of these videos in a while, but I feel like I have to ever so often because I want you guys to be, in the know of what happens sometimes outside of gaming. I know, I don't know, a lot of people do funny stories like this, and they usually get, good feedback. I'm not saying I'm doing this for views. I'm doing this because I want people to know about my funny moments that happen outside of gaming, because I do mainly funny moments on this channel, but I have funny moments all the time outside of gaming. And this one I remember from a long time ago, and it was just hilarious once I look back at it. So let's get into it. Basically, the stage is middle school, and I was in 7th grade, and basically it was 1 hour before lunch, or one class period before lunch, and everybody's, hungry and stuff like that, excited, and they're just ready to get out of, the classroom. And we come in, and my teacher, Miss Upchurch, changes the seating chart. Now, I don't care what grade you're in, if you're in, kindergarten, or if you're in middle school, or even high school, this is the end of the world, because you're not going to sit next to your friend, or you're going to sit next to somebody you don't like. And I just didn't, this was the worst day for me, because I remember that day I was on a roll with jokes. Like, I was a class clown a little bit back then, and I was like the goofiest person. Like, I'm the goofiest person now, but I know when is, the right time to be goofy and a wrong time to be goofy. So I was just on a roll with the jokes. Like, I had people crying, laughing at one point during the day, and I was like, I got to keep this going. But, I got so far from my friends and stuff like that with the seating arrangement being changed, and I was like, you know what, I have to keep this alive. So I decided for some reason to make jokes, while there's an actual lesson being taught, and that wasn't a good idea. But let me tell you exactly what happened. So Miss Upchurch, my teacher, started talking about, I think, keep on trying or something like that, something within those boundaries. And she says, it's only in human nature for us to try. And she was like, what do babies do when they try to walk? I was like, they fall. And everybody laughed. And she was like, that's true. But guess what they do? They get right back up. And then right when she said that, I was like, I said it real loud so everybody can hear. And then they fall right back down. And I did it in her voice, and everybody was rolling. And I was laughing too. Like, it's probably way more funnier when you're like young and immature. That was hilarious. But I remember just as soon as, like, after 10 seconds of people like just straight laughing, she said, go to the phone and call your mom. Now, when I heard this, the world ended, dude. Like, no joke, my facial expression went full I don't know, it's like, how people's faces look when you see a ghost? It was like that. That's how scared I was, because my mom is, or back then, she was just really harsh on me to, like, get good grades and stuff like that. And she didn't take no crap. Like, she does now, but, I'm actually a good student now and stuff like that, or somewhat of a good student. So I really don't have to worry about that anymore. And plus, I'm grown now, somewhat. But back then, that was terrifying. The last thing I wanted to, hear from is, my mom. So luckily, the bell rang, and everybody left. And I thought I was going to leave too. I tried to be the first one out of class. Like, she said, wait until, class is over, then call your mom. But I was going to sneak out. Like, I was in the front, like, trying to squeeze through. But all of a sudden, she said, Will, she called me down the hallway, get back here. And I come back, and I look, first thing I do is, when I get to the phone, is I call my phone number. Because, who's going to actually call their mom? I did that, and, it just went to voicemail. I didn't have, like, my voice in the voicemail, so I thought I was good. But she said, okay, she checked it, she listened to the voicemail, and she said, you know what, I'm going to look her phone number up on, online. So she was looking through her computer and stuff like that, and as soon as she did that, no joke, guys, like, don't laugh, but as soon as she started doing that, she was about to call my mom, I started crying, like, hard, because bro, I used to be so terrified of her. Like, she was probably the scariest thing, like, up to, horror movies and stuff like that. She was that scary to me. I started crying. And this was in 7th grade. I know it seems like I'm a wimp, but I didn't care. Like, I wanted a way out of that because I knew she was going to take all my stuff away. I didn't get whooped in a long time, but I was like, this might be the day where she whoops me again. And I was like, no, don't call her. I was crying. And Miss Upchurch said, well, she was like, well, why do you do this? You're usually a good student. And I was like, I was on a roll. I explained the whole, me being funny thing. And she said, you know what? This better not happen again. So she let me go. And I went off to lunch. And I remember I went to the bathroom and I just got all the tissues I could. And I went to town on my tears. I just had to wipe them up and I had to make sure my eyes weren't red. I looked in the mirror and nobody ever knew that I was bawling my eyes out because my mom was going to come. But, yeah. And also, I'll tell you this real quick, too. I forgot when this was or how far away this was, but I think it was a month or a couple weeks later. I did the same thing. I did something funny. Now, I forgot what exactly I did, but they actually did call my mom this time. And when I got home, she didn't even, get mad. She just said, I'm just disappointed in you. And she pulled out, we went to her room. She pulled out her closet a Guitar Hero set or a Rock Band set. And it was the drum set. I always wanted the drum set from Rock Band. I thought that was smooth. She pulled it out and she was like, you're just going to get this for Christmas. But since you're acting bad, I'm going to just take it back to the store. And my heart sunk, dude. You do not know how bad that, felt. I was about to cry again. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching this. If you want me to do more funny stories like this, make sure you hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I'll talk to you all later. Peace.